Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Economic Implications. In the summer, I read Dear America, Notes of an Undocumented Citizen that I picked up from UST. I was summarizing the book to my mom, and she gave me the idea to discuss the reason for treaties in North America, especially the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. I learned something fascinating on page 213, which is why Mexicanos say the border crossed them. To understand the expression to some degree, we must first address the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. Mexico founded Texas and Nuevo Mexico and California, and at this time they were not known as states of the U.S. To increase the land's population, Mexico recruited people from the United States to come settle in Texas. But several disputes occurred because Mexico wanted to stop immigration, which means crossing international borders to become a permanent resident in a different country. The United States settlers didn't want to abide by the Mexicano legal codes, including becoming Mexicano and Roman Catholic and ending slavery after it was officially abolished in Mexico in 1829. Well, kind of. This is because the American settlers were allowed to practice another form of exploitation called indentured servitude. By 1835, everyone had had enough, and in 1836, Texas independence was demanded. At the beginning of the battle, it looked promising for Mexico. However, the United States settlers ultimately defeated the Mexicano troops, and it became their land officially. They wanted Texas to become a U.S. state just in case Mexico wanted to reclaim what they found and wanted to add Texas back to what was theirs. Therefore, in 1845, Texas became the 28th U.S. state. The saga didn't end there. Border disputes between Mexico and Texas still occurred. In 1846, Congress gave the okay to go to war. Thus the term Mexico-American War. The U.S. believed that the war would show Mexico that Texas belongs to them and put the border disputes to rest, especially when it came to the Rio Grande River. The issue was that the river runs through El Nuevo Mexico, Colorado, and between Mexico and Texas. War took place and Mexico said, fine, let's negotiate. The war officially ended in 1848 when the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo was signed. The signing of this treaty means Mexico will give up claiming Texas as theirs, and they will also recognize the Rio Grande River as the United States. Other components of the treaty included, and this can be found on the website called history.com and on page 213, add 525,000 square miles to the United States territory, including the land that makes up all or parts of present-day Arizona, California, Colorado, Nevada, and Nuevo Mexico, Utah, and Wyoming. Mexico also gave up all claims to Texas and recognized the Rio Grande as America's southern boundary. In return, the United States paid Mexico $15 million and agreed to settle all claims of U.S. citizens against Mexico. The word I want to highlight is parts. So does that mean Mexico technically owns the parts of the states that the U.S. didn't get, and they should be allowed to enter and roam easily and freely? Let me know below in the comment section your thoughts about this video and or whether or not Mexico technically owns the other parts. And since you're already scrolling down, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thank you for tuning to Economic Implications, and see you next time.